channel. So I was editing some parts of this video and just realized that I never did an intro to say what the heck this video is about. So today's video is going to be like a fall decorate with me, but also kind of just a regular decorate with me, because since we just moved into our house in April, I say just, I feel like it's still just, but it takes such a long time to like furnish a house. So I feel like I didn't do as many fall decorations this year as I did in other years, because it kind of feels silly to be putting up fall decor when rooms are missing like regular decor, if that makes sense. Like there's nothing hanging on the wall, no lamps, certain furniture missing, but I'm like, here's a pumpkin, or I don't know. So I'm gonna be doing some regular decorating. I'm gonna be doing some fall decorating, just a whole bunch of fall decor stuff. So yeah, the sun is starting to set, so the lighting is getting really bad, but whatever, let's just get into the video. Okay guys, I'm gonna do a voiceover for this part because I love to talk, and there are so many clips that I have of me where it is something that I could have explained in like 30 seconds and it took me 8 minutes. So I figured I would just do a voiceover for this part. So if you've been watching for a while, you know that I have rearranged this living room like 500 times since we moved in. I just could not figure out how I wanted it, because I don't know if you guys can tell. So we bought this sectional when we moved in. We were really like, you know what, comfort all the way. Who cares about what it looks like? Comfort, comfort, comfort. And then I remembered that I care a lot about how my house looks, because that's like my #1 passion is home decor. So this couch has been driving me absolutely insane since we moved in, because the living room is pretty big, but the sectional kind of cuts it off. And with the way our living room is, there are a lot of focal points going on. We had the TV, we had the fireplace, we also didn't want to block off those gorgeous, like almost floor to ceiling windows. So finally I was like, what if we separated it? Because this sofa is from IKEA and you can take it apart and make 2 separate sofas. So we decided to separate it, and that is what you are about to see. Tape measure, and it says the TV should be 6 to 8 feet away from the couch. So this is 5, let's say this is 6 foot, right? Okay, so I thought that I would start this little fall video out with a fall tea recipe. Not so much a recipe, because I've never made this before and I'm kind of winging it, but it sounded really good. And I'm going to be using my new tea maker from Deem. And I noticed in this little booklet they have for recipes, they have one that's like an apple gingerbread tea, and then they have a maple pumpkin spice tea. I'm not following either of those recipes, but I'm going to kind of follow the gist of it. So I have some pumpkin pie spice, I have some black tea, a lemon, an apple, I have apple juice, cranberry juice. I don't know, we're just gonna do it. Now, I did want to take a second to tell you guys a little bit more about the Deem tea maker. So Deem was kind enough to give this to me and to sponsor today's video. So if you guys have never heard of Deem before, Deem is a high quality kitchen appliance brand, and this hot tea maker is amazing. It has a 6-in-1 control base, so all you have to do is click the button of whatever tea you're making, and then it will bring it to the correct temperature for that specific tea. It has an auto keep warm feature, it's super quick to boil, and it's made with premium quality glass, food grade stainless steel, and BPA free silicone material. So it's super easy to use. All you do is you add in your water or any additional ingredients that you were wanting to add, like lemons, oranges, cinnamon, cloves, whatever, and then you click the button of whatever tea you are using, and then it will come to a boil and it will beep to let you know when the water is warmed up. And then that is when you add in your tea to the filter, and then you click the button again, and then it will alert you when it's done. So this was actually my first time making like a really fun tea recipe in it, but I use it almost daily to make my green tea, and you can use loose tea. I usually just have tea bags on hand, but you can also use it like boiling water for oatmeal. I've done that before. It is just awesome. It has so many great uses, and I feel like it's super user friendly. So if you guys are interested or in the market for a new tea maker, honestly any small appliance, I will have Biodeem linked down below. And thank you so much to Biodeem for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so I put a little ice cube in there. Oh, it's still really hot. It smells, it smells amazing. It smells like, kind of like, oh, you know what it smells like? Apple pie. That's what it smells like. Hopefully it tastes good, because like I said, I kind of just made up the recipe as I went along. I'm gonna add an ice cube. Speed it up. I don't have the patience. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Hi guys, hello. So, me and my 5-year-old are gonna run to Target real quick. I bought some frames for the wall, which I've been mainly trying to thrift frames, because I feel like you can kind of find any frame you want at like a Goodwill or a thrift store and then just switch out the print inside. However, you gotta have a lot of patience to do that, and there's no frames on my wall right now, and it's kind of driving me crazy. Everything feels like really low. And so there's one area by the TV where I'm like, you know what? I already know the vision I have for it. I'll put my inspiration right here. I like kind of want to copy this girl. I just love her home. Oh, I love it so much. But she has like these bird prints and these 4 matching frames. So I've been on the hunt for like a month or 2 for frames, and I just haven't found any matching ones. So finally I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get some. So I bought some from Target, but I put them up on the wall and they were kind of small. So I'm gonna get the next size up. I went with the smaller ones because they were cheaper. I always do this. Anytime I do anything, I always do like the cheaper option, and then I feel like I always have to buy stuff twice, because I'm the queen of returning stuff, because I try to go cheap first, and then I'm like, okay, I need the bigger one. So that's what we're gonna do. Also, I bought a lamp for that area, and I just felt like it didn't look right, so I'm gonna return that as well and hopefully find a different lamp. I don't know, we're gonna go see, but that's where we're going right now. Okay, so they're out of like most of their lamps, but I think I'm gonna try this one, because I've been looking for a table lamp that looks similar, and this one's a floor lamp, and it might add some nice height. I saw these online and I thought they looked really nice. I thought it would be pretty with like a candle in there, but they seem so like dusty in real life. I don't know if you guys can tell, but they're like not actually see-through. Just got home from Target. I think I showed you guys this in the store. So I got this. We'll see how I like it. I'll put on the screen the type of like table lamps I've been looking at, and this kind of looks like it, but in a floor lamp. And I think it'll add some height. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I hope so, because I just hope so. And then I got 4 of these frames. So this is a bigger size than the one I had before. So it's a 14 by 8 matted down to an 8 by 10. Oh, and this, I have a cord hider thing coming from Amazon. So my plan is to just kind of like have it completely flat, and then one of those cord hiders that's like white that'll go down so you shouldn't even see it anymore. Oh, and I also did end up getting what I showed you guys in the store. I'm hoping that once I clean it, maybe it'll be clearer. I don't know why they looked so, like, do you see how it looks really dusty? So hopefully it'll look more clear, because I'm thinking this in there would look really pretty. Okay, I actually think that worked. Oh yeah, it looks so much better. Okay, so just needed a good scrub down. You think that's pretty?
Yeah.
I'll just take the sticker off the bottom. I just don't want to take the sticker off the bottom until I know that it looks good. What do you think? Look at it. Like imagine it like... Okay, I'm gonna put the lamp together. So I have you guys set on the windowsill. So let's see if this angle works. Fingers crossed that this lamp works, because I hate returning stuff, but I'm also like not gonna keep something if I don't love it, because it costs money, you know? So I don't know. I just really hope it works, because I'm starting to feel like they're gonna know me as like the girl that returns things, or I don't know, it makes me nervous. Okay. Which, I just returned that lamp and those picture frames, the ones that were too small. I only had them for a day. I bought them yesterday. So I'm like, I feel like I'm not doing anything wrong, yet it feels so wrong to return stuff. And now that I've painted one thing, or a couple things, like I painted a mirror for the bedroom makeover, and then I painted those vases, now all of a sudden I'm just like, I feel like I'm a DIY queen, because when I buy anything now, I'm like, oh, if I don't like the color, I'll just paint it. But maybe I shouldn't have that thought process, because I feel like I'm being more lenient with what I buy. Okay, got my push pins. Listen, I hang everything up with push pins, because if not, there would just be a million holes in the wall, and this just makes them smaller, and it's easier. So I just hold everything up with push pins, and if I like where it's at, I'll add a real nail. Sometimes I just keep the push pins because it's really light. But yeah, I'm going to try to hang these up. I think I'm gonna do 2 and 2. Quick intermission, I have a funny story. So, I don't know if you guys remember, but maybe not my last video, but like my second to last video, I think I was like, thank you guys for always being nice, and I talked about how like when I first started YouTube, all of my comments used to be about how annoying my voice is. Your voice is so annoying, I can't watch, your voice is so annoying. Like every comment, and then I haven't really gotten those anymore, and I was like, you know, thank you guys, I appreciate it, da da da. So then I posted that video, and I was like thinking, gosh, that video didn't get a lot of comments. So like a couple of days ago, I was like, man, that video didn't do that good, it didn't get that many comments. And then I was like, wait, and I went into my hidden comments section, which is where YouTube puts comments that have words that you've like hidden. And obviously I hid the word voice years ago when people used to leave that comment a lot. So pretty much like every comment that every single one of you left saying like, oh, I don't mind your voice, or don't be insecure about your voice, I didn't see it because I had that word hidden. I did see it like 2 days ago, but I was like, why is this, no one's commenting on this video, what is wrong with this video? And it was just because like every keyword that anyone commented on that video I had as a hidden word, so I wasn't seeing it anyways, but I thought that was funny. Okay. Okay, everything is not perfect, clearly, But I feel like you get the point enough where I can try and see if that's how I want everything, like move the lamp and let's see. Okay, I don't know what to do. Okay, the frames are obviously not where they're going to be. I only have them up with pushpin. But also ignore all the cords because those will be fixed too. But I feel like I don't know, I just feel like it's not right that this is blocking. Let me try to switch sides. I do like this lamp. Here. Ooh. I'll have to get a new side table. Okay, I was second guessing this, and then my husband came inside because he was outside with the boys, and he wanted me to switch real quick so he could like get bug spray on or something, and I left because I was getting frustrated. I thought it didn't look good anyway, did it? And then I left, and then I walked back in the house, and I was like, oh, it looks so good. So sometimes you just need to step away. Let me show you. So this, ignore the cord city over here. Okay, doesn't that look good? And like from this angle, oh, it just adds something. I guess because I'm so used to having no art on the wall recently, so everything feels so low. So adding that lamp and then adding the artwork, like all of a sudden it's like lifting the room, and I think it looks really good now. So I think over here I need to get like more of like a tall or a long skinny side table that will fit a little bit better. So I'm gonna keep an eye out on Facebook Marketplace for that. But these, I like how it looks. So I need to find some prints for them. And then I also need to get them more in the right spot. But for now, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a bunch of angles. So if you're new to my channel and you haven't been on this wild ride of switching around the furniture, when we first moved in, we had the TV on this wall because it made the most sense, and because we thought that there were no studs above the fireplace, so we didn't think that hanging it up there was an option. We had the TV there and the couch here. However, the couch blocked the windows, and one of the main reasons we loved this house is we love these windows. I love them, like favorite feature of the whole house, so we didn't want to block them. So then we were like, okay, now what? So we moved the TV over here, and then we had the couch like this. And then a few videos back, we turned it like this. So then the couch was how you saw it in the beginning of the video. And I just felt like we were really struggling, and it always looked off because the fireplace was always getting cut off to kind of create like a walkway, and it made the living room feel really small. But the living room is really like a nice size. It's not small at all. So I just wasn't happy with it. I couldn't figure out how to get it how I like it. My husband couldn't either. We brainstormed all the time. My husband is amazing, so he was like jumping back and forth ideas with me. He was like helping me look. I was looking on Pinterest. He was looking on Google. We were typing in like couch layout. It was very much a team effort. So finally I was like, let's separate the sectional. So all we did is we took out the corner piece. This was right here, and there was a corner piece, and separated it. And now I finally feel like we have a full living room. And then also I decided to do a quick Google search and realized that you can actually hang a TV without studs. There are specific TV mounts meant for no studs. So that's what we hung this with, and it's not that heavy of a TV at all. So the mount holds up to 80 pounds and our TV is only 30, so it worked out perfectly. In this little area, because we have the TV up now, because we had the TV over here for a while, now I have this awesome, cute little reading nook. I don't know, it's just so cozy to me and I love it. I love any areas where I can create, like put new decor. And I do really like the frames there. However, after sitting with them there for the day, I decided that I'm gonna put them a little farther out, up and out, just to kind of take up that space a little bit more, and then obviously I'll make them level. Perfect. We did this, it's actually been like 2 or 3 weeks since we disconnected the furniture, so that footage you guys saw is a little bit old. So we've sat with it for a while, and so far we love it. We've had family over since doing that, and it's been really nice because, here, I'll show you. If I sit right here, it's like anyone sitting there can talk, sitting there can talk, the TV's right there. We love having the TV over the fireplace. We're just those kind of people. We usually watch TV laying down, so we don't ever have to like crane our necks or anything. And I don't know, it's just been so nice. And the windows aren't blocked. The focal point is now the focal point. It just feels perfect. It feels like we finally figured out what to do with this living room. Okay, so I am wanting a wreath for the front door, like a really pretty fall wreath, but I don't want to spend money on a wreath for the front door. I don't know why I'm not as motivated to buy decor for the outside. I feel like because maybe I don't get to like appreciate it as much, but I have this wreath from a few years ago, and it's just not screaming fall enough for me. And then this is an old spring wreath. You know, I used to always say wreath until I got a comment on it like a few years ago. Someone was like, are you saying wreath? And I was like, oh, I think I am. I think I've always said wreath. And it was so funny because I sent the comment to like my sister and my mom, and they were watching my video hearing me say wreath, and everyone in the family was making fun of me and cracking up about it. Okay, so wreath. I just feel like R-E-E-F flows off the tongue better. But anywho, I'm gonna make my own wreath. So, you know, I was gonna use this one because it has more of like a fall base, but this one is a little bit bigger, so I don't know. But basically I have these, which aren't really my style anymore. I have them from previous years. I think my grandma gave me this a long time ago from her leftover fall decor. I have this one, which this one's really pretty actually. This is definitely still my style. And then I have this one that might have been from the Dollar Tree a few years ago. Basically what I'm thinking is I'm going to take some fishing wire and, I don't know, try to attach this stuff to a wreath, make it look a little more fall-like, and hopefully I can do it by myself. And hopefully I can make my own so then I don't have to buy one. Staring out the window, reaching for a North Star, waiting just to wake up from this nightmare. Okay, I think I just realized that this comes off of here. Duh. So I'm just gonna take that off because it's kind of in the way. You could be right back in my arms, dancing to the limbo, stuck here in the middle. You tell me that it's simple, but I could paint 1,000 different pictures of what is wrong. But if we turn the clocks back a couple dials, we should throw them. Okay, I'm just gonna tie everything down so it's on the wreath, and then I can go back and kind of play with all the leaves and make sure they're in a good spot. Because time ain't as low, but you fill me up, and I can feel it now. So a funny little story about wreaths that I thought I would share, especially if you're like a fellow YouTuber and maybe you're frustrated with your views or whatever. So if you look at my channel, my most popular video is a DIY wreath video that I made gosh, like 6 years ago or something crazy. So when I made that video, I had an idea of a wreath that I wanted to do. Maybe I'd seen it on Pinterest. Definitely wasn't like an original idea or anything like that. But I knew I wanted to do the video and I was so excited. I went out to the Dollar Tree, I went out to Walmart, I got like all the supplies. Mind you, I didn't have like a YouTube channel yet. I didn't have like subscribers or anything. So I made this video, I worked so hard on it. I did like the thumbnail. I didn't understand how YouTube worked, but I was excited. So, and then I posted the video and I think it got like 10 views. And then it was up for the whole holiday season and it probably only got like 50 views by the end of the holiday season, and I was so disappointed. And I thought about taking it down, and then I changed my YouTube channel into more like of a home channel, and I just, you know, I kept going, and eventually over time I grew my channel to have more and more subscribers. Well then, like 3 years ago, all of a sudden it was like November, and I had posted that video like 3 years before. I looked at my channel and I was like, why do I have so many views this month? Like, this is insane. And I had like 100,000 more monthly views than I was used to. And I looked and it was that video. Like, out of nowhere, it just blew up, and now it's my most watched video. So if you ever post a YouTube video, like, I've had the mindset now that I just post videos that I want to, and if the views aren't great at first,
like a camel through the needle. Everyday people are just 1,000 versions of who they
are. Okay, this is kind of wonky, but from the street, right? That might look good, especially for spending no money. I just layered it, and now I'm gonna see what part looks bare or weird, and I might put this on top for a little extra pizzazz, because this is another thing that I thought of just getting rid of, so might as well just throw it on the wreath. This is like everything but the kitchen sink wreath. Okay, there she is, the most beautiful wreath you ever did see. I literally wrapped absolutely everything on it. So yeah, if you guys have a wreath that you're not using, or some random fall decor or stems, or I think you wouldn't even need a base of a wreath, honestly. If you had some of those garlands and you just kind of kept layering them on top of each other, this was not that hard at all. Everything is just so loosely wrapped. But from the front, I think it looks good. And from the road, it looks perfect. So yeah. Yay, DIY. Okay, so something I got today while I was out that I thought would be really fun for my 5-year-old to do. So I know that I wanted like to paint a piece of decor, like a pumpkin, or I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that DIY for like the Pottery Barn terracotta looking pumpkin. So I thought it would be fun to paint a pumpkin, but instead I thought it would be, I don't know, more meaningful to have my 5-year-old do it, and it would be something fun for him, and then I'll have it for years to come, hopefully, and you know, I'll know he painted it when he was 5. So I got this. It's actually super, super heavy, and it was $7, originally $14, but fall stuff is 50% off at Michael's. And I already had a ton of paint. I already had this little paintbrush. These paints are just $1 each. This is really cheap. Don't like mix the colors. We're just gonna.
I love painting colors. I mix the colors at school too.
Oh, you do? Okay.
But I do red and blue and make purple.
Oh yeah. These are just all different browns though. That way it'll look like a pumpkin, you know?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't usually cry at all, but wow, is it always close, ranging from a movie scene.
remain a piece.